Hi everyone, and welcome to my presentation for the MCOM 710 multi-platform storytelling final project. For my final project, I did a blog on art and cultural events throughout South Dakota, as well as artist profile pieces. So I'm going to jump right in. In my about section, I just kind of talk about what kind of things I want to write about and post about on the blog, and just a little bit about myself. I don't go into too much detail there. I'm going to go to my home page and kind of see the layout. And I'm going to start with the first article I wrote. And I wrote it on the South Dakota Symphony Orchestra, which performed in the Capitol Rotunda for the 125th statehood celebration not that long ago. And I basically focused on Stephen Yarborough. He's a professor down at USD, but he has written a lot of pieces that have gotten national attention. And he wrote Celebrate South Dakota, and it was one of the first pieces that they performed. And so I recorded that. And so as you can see, I used pictures and text. And then I recorded it down here, and I'm going to play just a little bit for you. Cut ahead. Okay, so you get the idea. And it actually, in a little bit, see right there, I kind of incorporated some pictures and stuff too, and zoomed in and out, and used some different stuff with that, so I got to kind of play around with making videos. In the next section with Annette Hinker, she does stained glass and then fused glass pieces of art, and I made a video with her too, and I had all these plans to do different angles and kind of like what Dr. Daly had posted. And then I got there and she said she didn't want to be in any video. So, of course, that's how it works. So I have footage of like her hands, and then when she would talk about her piece, instead of focusing on her and the piece, I just took a picture of the art, and then I panned over it. And so, again, made it work. It's not exactly what I had in mind, but, I mean, it works just fine. Again, integrating pictures and then text, more pictures down at the bottom. Pioneer Girl is a book that Laura Ingalls Wilder wrote, and then now it's just being published here shortly, or it was, sorry, just published. And the South Dakota State Historical Society Press is the one that published it. It's just a small state-owned publishing house here in South Dakota. And so they like to focus on literature that involves like history and culture, and obviously those are things that are close to my heart, as well as very relevant to this blog. And so I really wanted to emphasize their role, and so I hyperlinked them here. I also talked about the editor who worked on it, and I really wanted to focus on the cover art, which was done by Judy Thompson. And though she's not a South Dakotan, she's Midwestern, and I just think she did a phenomenal job. And so I talked about that quite a bit, and I got some quotes from the Pioneer Girl Project website, which is a website all about the book and the process that it took to get it published. So that's kind of what I did there. And the last one that I have, again, has really nothing to do with South Dakota here, per se, but it has timeless advice to artists, and it's something that I just like to include. And so, again, pictures and text, hyperlink here to the book on Amazon if you so choose to buy it. And then I just took sections of the book and kind of discussed them and dissect them. And so anything that I took from the book, I made it kind of a different color just to make it kind of stand out. And then I also talked about Neil Gaiman's commencement speech, and so I included that at the bottom if you wanted to watch it. And to get people to interact, I have been asking questions at the bottom of my posts just to try to get them to comment and talk back. And that brings me to my art, culture, travel, and bookshelf pages. And I'll just go to one of them really fast because they're all very similar. But basically, I have it set up so I have categories on all of the different posts. So if I categorize it as something to do with art, it'll go on my art page. And eventually, I would like to make it so I have subcategories of art. So I'll have like sculpture and watercolor and oil and acrylic, that kind of thing. And so if you wanted to look for artists that work with a particular medium, you could do that here on this page. Same with culture, travel. I want to bring it down to like different sections of South Dakota. And books, nonfiction, fiction, children's books, that kind of thing. And here I have all of my links to my social media platforms. And I have quite a few of them listed, but I really am focusing on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest at the moment. So those are the ones I'm going to show you. Here's my Facebook account for Dakota Kindred. And I really just post whenever I write a new blog post, I'll go and I'll share it here on Facebook with everyone here. And because art is very visually orientated, I really thought that Instagram would be a great platform to utilize. And I use it pretty regularly myself, so I know that I'll be able to keep up with it. And same with Pinterest. Again, very visually orientated, but also I think it's a place that people go for to look for like how-to videos and advice. And so I think doing some of that, if you have suggestions from artists or whatever, this is a great place to post that kind of stuff to try to get links back to your blog. So that's my blog and my final project. I hope you enjoy it and check it out. I hope to continue it. That's the plan. So I look forward to seeing you all in the classes to come, and thanks for watching.